So I just finished my drive. Took a couple weeks. I went down from Deming in New Mexico south to the border and kind of followed it all the way through. I went through Big Bend. Right now I'm in the Big Bend Valley along the Texas-Mexico border. And the Rio Grande River is right down below me, and behind me is the RV. And looking off that way is Mexico. It's spectacular here. I can hear the river. God, it's gorgeous. It's really nice. Okay. To the Gulf Coast and follow the Gulf Coast all the way around. Until I got here to Fort Myers Beach in Florida. Yeah, I'm glad I'm here. You know, I mean, I guess truthfully, I just don't know what the next step for me is. You know, I can keep traveling, keep exploring, but you know, I make my living selling my photography at art fairs, and well, I'm hoping they'll start up again now. My first one is in about 3 weeks in Naples, Florida, and I'm hoping that'll happen. If it doesn't, well, I'm no worse off than I was today. But the beautiful thing is, look where I am, you guys. I mean, this is awesome. I come down here every year for the art fair season, and a lot of it is just to get away. Now, I don't stay on the beach the whole time. That's just kind of a fortunate thing that came about with, well, I just called a place at an RV park that had an opening for the next couple of nights, so I lucked out that way. It's about $100 a night, and I'm on the beach though, so it's pretty cool. But check it all out. I mean, it's really nice. You can kind of see everything. I like it. I like it a lot. So I've got all this new work, and I'm really excited to get it up on my wall. Had a show in Fountain Hills, Arizona that it went real well. People really like the work, but you know, a lot of it is Florida work that I've got that's new, and super excited to get it up on the walls and start sharing it with people. And ultimately, the final, no, that's kind of stupid. I was trying to talk, I don't even know what to say anymore. So it's good. Florida's an interesting place. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Gotta go grab it out of the water. You know, they never really, Florida's an interesting place. You know, they make all their money on tourists, and so they really didn't want to shut down, and the governor here just didn't shut it down. I mean, he did for a little while in the spring, but wide open again, and you get a real mix of people. Some people, they just don't care about COVID or wearing masks, and some people do. And I think that most people don't, not for a political reason. It's just, you know, you're in Florida, it's sunny, you're outside. I'm not wearing one right now, but then again, I'm not near anybody. When I go to stores, I do absolutely. Avoiding restaurants, avoiding people for the most part, because, you know, I live alone in an RV. I do not want to get sick. and that'd be the worst possible scenario for me. But that's all right. Okay, I'm gonna sign off for a bit, do a little walking, and I'll get back to you. Well, I'm walking. So what's next for me? You know, let's try that again. But you guys, I'm at Fort Myers Beach. I'm staying in an RV park, costs about $100 a night. I decided to splurge. You know, normally I try to stay for free or as inexpensive as I can just to keep my overhead under control. But, you know, I felt like I deserved even like a little kind of vacation. Although you can say living the life I do is a full-time vacation, but it's really not. It's a lot of work. And, you know, there's constant business situations I have to wrestle with. There's, well, you know, life. Life is, you just don't relax. It's always there. I'm gonna try all that again. So guys, I made it to Florida. I'm staying on Fort Myers Beach for a couple nights. On a whim, I called an RV park here that I stay at once in a while. It's expensive, it's $100 a night, but I've always done that. When I get here, I just call them up and say, you got any spots? And they happen to have 2 nights on the beach, so I'm taking it. It's pretty cool. I mean, you can see where I am. So I drove, it took about 3 weeks, drove 3,300-ish, 3,400 miles from Arizona to this part of Florida. It's actually quicker than that if you go straight through, but because I wanted to, you know, I wanted to explore along the way. So what I did was I left Phoenix, drove across to Deming, New Mexico, dropped south down to the border, and I followed the border as close as I could all the way to the Gulf Coast. So I spent time in Big Bend, not a lot because they were pretty busy and it was cold, believe it or not. So I got to the Gulf Coast, I drove all the way around and got back to Fort Myers, where I base out of for the winter. So I'll be here for about 3.5 months, maybe 4, I don't know. I figure if I'm gonna be stuck somewhere, it's probably a good place to be stuck. It's warm and I've got resources here I can use. All right, so what's next for me, you guys? I don't know. You know, I'm here for art fair, for the art fair season. Hopefully it will work out. Shows have already started canceling. The COVID is blowing up here, as it is everywhere in the country. But it just doesn't seem to matter whether you take it, eat, be careful or not. It's just blowing up here. So I decided to get away from people. I just don't feel completely safe with all the different attitudes about COVID and about what it really is. But, you know, yesterday over 3,000 people died from it. I think you got to take it pretty serious. I mean, you really do. And I live alone in my RV. If I got sick, God, I don't know what I'd do. I mean, if I just got a little bit sick, no big deal. I've been sick before. But if I got really COVID sick, I don't know what I'd do. I really don't. I mean, I don't have any options. I mean, I just don't know what I do. So I'm being really careful. I wear a mask whenever I'm around people. I mean, out here I'm not because I'm walking on the beach and it's pretty dang nice. Hopefully in the next few weeks things will get clearer. I'll know more of what's going to happen as far as art fairs, and I have 7 or 8 down here, which will get me all the way through the winter. I hope they kick back in. You know, I hope that the vaccine works and that people don't drag their feet and take it so we can get this stupid virus under control, and hopefully we'll just get some direction here. It's just too chaotic. We need it to be one package. Just move forward and take care of it. I got to get back to work, and I know a lot of you do too. All right, everybody, I'll talk to you soon. So driving down here, I saw, part of the reason I like to travel all the time and why I'm on the go is because I'm always searching for unique images. I've been working on this book idea. I call it loosely Undivided America. It's about small roads, undivided roads, not anything political, because Lord knows we don't have enough of that. So I like to travel and I follow different directions. And so as I told you, I drove as much to the border as I could to get down here. I saw some amazing sunsets, some amazing sunrises. Had some great food, saw some cool people. It was a good trip. It was cold though, so I went a little faster than I had wanted, but at the same time, you know, I don't like being cold anymore. Not when I'm living in an RV. It's one thing when I was in the house, but now that I'm in an RV, it's totally different.